of last minute decisions here this week. We originally, when the week started off, we were going to go to Battle at the Beach, but CJ wasn't able to get off on Friday today. So he really didn't want to do the 9-hour drive there and the 9-hour back, and with the addition of holiday traffic. So then we started looking at Crossville, Tennessee. The weather down there was a 70% chance rain most of the evening leading into Sunday. And he was worried about if he was to make the 6-hour drive there, we'd get there and it basically get canceled or postponed because of the weather. So he opted on not going to that one. And then it was down to Thornhill and a track that we're not familiar with called Lucky Drag City in Pennsylvania. So the weather at Thornhill kind of looked a little iffy, not as bad as Tennessee. And we just decided that we were going to try someplace new this weekend. So we're going to head to Pennsylvania in the morning and see what that track's like. And it should be a good experience. Kind of like the way it looks. It's kind of a neat little track. From what I've seen of the videos and the pictures, it's kind of similar to Katy. So more to come on that when we get there. I haven't got to spend a whole lot of time with CJ out in the shop this week. I know he's been doing a couple things. Allie's had 2 volleyball games, so we've been to those. So we've just been kind of doing family stuff this week, and not a whole lot of working on the car. So, like I said, it's just been a busy week, last minute decisions, and trying to make sure that we get a race in this weekend. Next weekend we'll be back in Michigan to finish up the race that got rescheduled up there. And I do know that we have War in the Woods coming up and probably another race at Katy this month for the month of September. But we'll post those as they come along. Well, this looks fun. What you been up to, Buckner? Thinking bad things about me.
Small, but my tensioner was all messed up, so I tore it apart trying to get it all freed up. Dropping shit everywhere.
I didn't think it could get any more messier, but
Oh, hold my beer.
Yeah. I think we've reached a new status and level in here.
I figure a couple more weeks I won't be able to work on anything in here. I'll just have to walk in here to get tools.
Well, you might be able to achieve that goal. So, what have you been doing to this car?
Trying to change the bill.
Before that? I know you did some stuff with the nitrous, the soft lines earlier this week.
Put a relay in it, and shit seems to be good, so. I don't know that this place we're going is going to be able to hold it, but if it will, I want to try and get on the second kit a little bit and see how it does. I didn't really get to use it this past weekend. I tried it and it didn't really work. Like first round it didn't work at all. Second round it worked a little bit, and we didn't get a third round. So now.
So we're headed to Lucky Drag City.
Yeah.
We've never been there before. No. Both of us.
See though, I don't know nothing about it. I have no idea what the car count's going to be. I know nothing really anything about it, but with my lovely wife on the weather, she's pretty much saying it's going to rain everywhere else, so, or at least there's a good chance of rain. And PA doesn't have a chance of rain until Sunday, I guess, so we're going to try it. Realistically, I don't even know what to expect, so I guess we'll know more when we get there to look at it. And first round, if I make it through it, we'll have a starting point. So I'm gonna get this belt on, and hopefully it cures the squeaking and squealing and all that good stuff, if the belt fits. It's way short. So
Show me where this relay is.
I can't.
It's in the dash.
It came out yesterday.
I was busy.
Or the day before, whenever it was I did it. Yeah, it's up in the dash. Basically, if you cut a hole right here and go all the way up to the firewalls where it's at. And I mean, you can look up under there, but that's where my MSD box and all that shit is. So you can't see anything.
Gotcha.
Sorry, all that stuff. Like the old Tin Man coming out of me. NSEs. There we go again.
Well, at least this time you have it jacked up.
Yeah. Just dropped a fucking nut on my head.
Tang.
Oh, that was at your foot.
Watch out, buddy.
Quit licking me. It's still not gonna fit. Goddamn fucking junk. So this belt's 2 inches smaller than the other one. Apparently O'Reilly's doesn't have anything in between a 5 or a 6 rib. And that is not gonna work. So I'll have to go find a belt.
Thank you.
There you go. Alright, well, I am running back into town. Go somewhere else, see if they got one. Stupid stuff. You guys been here? You know anything about this place?
We're not from that. We're local, sort of.
I was wondering where they're starting. Are they starting from up there? They start.
I think we're starting from the
assuming
line. I don't know. There's nothing marked out for the burnouts. I would assume the burnouts.
Already getting sticky.
It's definitely a bit of a surface here that transitions in the greatest.
Asphalt.
Yeah, the transition that gets you.
There's really nothing out here at all, right? It all stops. It all stops back there.
It's a 450 track if I ever seen one.
Huh?
A 450 track.
Oh yeah. Maybe even 40s.
Yeah. Wow. Not a whole lot out here, is there?
No. pretty much outside of the groove. Like, it's a lot smoother right here in their groove where they run, and then once you get right outside of it, it gets real coarse. So we'll see what it'll hold for sure. But starts off, it looks like it goes a little uphill to the peak right there, and then it rolls over and goes downhill and then back uphill. So like, realistically, I hope I hit the tune and I make a good pass, but I can't wait to run on this.
This is a surface you like.
It's a surface I like, but still yet I don't know the power of the car now, so it's going to be challenging for me. And there is nothing here. This is as virgin street as you can get out here. Looks like we'll be able to leave. The left lane is better than the right, but looks like we should be able to leave, but there's nothing out here at all. So, bunch of cracks. It's like an old country road. But it's super, super sketchy. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. Hopefully.
So it's part of our event at Upstate New York No Prep as well. Zach and I own that event, and Andy's helping out with all that too. So I appreciate you guys coming. Run order today will be small tire, big tire, stick, hard tire. After the second round of all those go through, we'll run a streetcar shootout. That will be round robin. So if you're interested if you're signed up for the streetcar races, you'll go down there. The winner will come right back to the staging lanes. We'll draw chips again and go again. So we're going to determine if it's a true streetcar if you can't round robin it.
So we're not allowed to shut off when we come back up?
You can shut off if you've got time in the lanes or whatever, but I mean, it's going to go pretty quick unless something happens. But yeah, you guys can shut off. So, we're not racing for huge amounts of money here, guys. The track is a no prep, so if it gets out of shape or whatever, it's not worth your car, it's not worth your life, get out of it. I've only been on this track about 4 times, so it's just as much no prep to me as it is to all you guys. So, what else was I going to say? We do have a tire crack cam. You jump, you lose. You cross, you lose. If you cross behind the other car and still get back in your lane and go around them, you beat them. But do not, if you cross in front of them or next to them, you're out. So, and you're a good driver and got a really fast car if you can go out behind them and pass them again. So, CJ. Other than that, 4 o'clock, we'll get everybody into the lanes right here. Small tire will do chip draw. Right now, the girls will do chip draw for that, see who you're paired up with. Please come into the lanes with who you're paired up with. I know there may be some confusion because I know all of us don't know all of us and what they're all driving, but we'll do chip draw after each round, and then in between rounds, we can run some test and tunes with the cars that are here just for test and tune. Once you are eliminated from competition, you can then circle back around and run test passes if you'd like. There is no timing system, so it's just kind of get to feel the track if you want to or what. But you got anything?
Yeah, just wanted to say thank you for everybody that came out. I think Steve covered the bases pretty much. Just please do not risk anybody else's or your own life. You know, it's not that big of a pot to do that. So just please be careful. Keep everybody else in mind as you're swerving around doing all kinds of craziness. But other than that, thanks for coming, and hope everybody has a good time.
Zach will go over how he's going to run the starting procedure. So I didn't know we were testing right now. That's okay.
I will be on the light. Usually if it's a turbo versus nitrous car, I will bring the turbo car in first. It's going to be around 7 seconds after I start bumping you guys in. Tire crack, you're out. We got our own cameras. We have a camera at the starting line and the finish line. We only use our cameras. You protest, it's a $50 protest. If you win it, you get your 50 back. If you lose, that other driver gets the 50. We're only using our cameras, and if you are protesting, it is the 2 drivers only, not the whole crew. Center line, you're ahead, you're out. Air conditioning.
There we go.
Damn. See what it is this time. 6 right.
We are now redrawing
It's the
under
worst
any
lane.
circumstances.
What you get?
That's a fucking bad.
What you got?
Stay close.
Who's my ones?
One.
I still have 1 chip left.
Well, should be 2 buys. I'll be so goddamn bad.
I still have 1 chip left.
Somebody's not here?
Then just assign it to him.
Did you call through the names?
Not that building.
That's
Who's
probably,
my one?
that's probably the way you should do it.
Your left lane. What do you got?
What'd you get now?
We can just have redraw.
What'd you get now?
2? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, much better.
2 are?
Don't need no Mike, you was getting red down early?
Who's got the other 2? That's okay. I don't need last name. What do you got?
I need to remember not to all take Close. Close. That was rather do it. Get it out of the way. The best ever number on it, that's the best thing you've ever seen.
3s? Who's got 3s?
You would have at least gave us some shit.
Right lane. What do you guys got?
We got it.
What's my name? Remind me your name.
Well, I don't have Sharon, but I don't have you. I probably got you.
Now he's full.
My 4s? Yep, 4s. Left lane? Yeah. What is my name?
Sean?
What do you got?
Blue 2000.
Already had it. We're good.
No, we ain't had it the second time. The third time.
Made it through once. I can do it again.
5s, 5s, 5s. Ryan? You know, we were over there and that was your dad. And I was like, he's like, that's Ryan. And I was like, no. I got so confused. I was like, that's not Ryan. I think I know Ryan. Ryan, you got a fox body. Gotcha.
What's up, man?
And my 6s?
Oh, there's a black Mustang over here. It says next motorsport. Nice.
Oh,
I got that Camaro.
What do you got?
Silver Camaro.
What's your name?
Bob.
Bob. Who's got the pie? Morgan.
What Camaro you got? Silver Camaro.
first round?
First round. All right. First round, I drew Silver Camaro. Sounded really good. I didn't know anything about any of these cars, trucks that were there. So we go up to race. I do my burnout. I got the tune in the car. I do the burnout, and whenever I let off, it kind of grabbed. Like you know when you got something, a little something to bite, to get a hold of, I should say. Whenever you let off the throttle on the burnout, and I'm thinking that I don't have enough in it, but it's still going through my head that it's probably gonna wheel it. So we pull up the stage, and I'm not 100% sure what happened, but it's almost like he went to go on his trans brake and didn't hit the button or something. He just kind of lunged forward, and I mean, that's a jump anyway. I wasn't worried about it. I mean, it happened, and it was right like when he was gonna do the flashlight. So ended up winning it, but it left and it kind of jerked up. I thought it was gonna wheelie. It didn't have any wheel speed, so I cut gas. The tune I put in it was extremely soft. Like it would have never come up. It's just second nature, I guess. But we moved on to the second round.
Well, there's 3 in there. So.
All right, guys, quick intermission here while they're getting chip draw ready, and then we will bring the
Lane again.
back up to the chip draw, and then we'll bring them up for the second round.
Who's the other one?
You did good, buddy. You did good.
First kid.
Oh, no. No.
Who'd you get?
And then it wipes the rest of the time. You bang seconds around with a stranger over you? I was not ready. I don't know who I got. You got a little red F10. Okay. Raggedy Ann. I was talking about you to the guys I'm with.
You got the good lane though.
Is that the better lane?
Yeah, the left lane's better.
Yeah, I got the same lane.
That's what Andy say.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Hey, put the slow tune up there for me.
It's really bad.
Yeah, right.
You too, buddy. Second round, go up chip draw, and I draw, it's a Turbo S10. I did watch this one make its first round pass. It looked pretty good first round. It left real good for no more than what was up there. He was cool. I'm horrible with names, so I don't remember names. Never have. But super cool guy. Didn't want to race me, but was happy to do it. We get up there, do the burnout stage, do everything, and I leave. When the light comes on, I let go of the button. I felt like the car, well, I know it started chattering the tires, and then it drove to the right. So I had to cut gas, hit the transition. The transition's pretty violent there in the right lane. The left lane is definitely dominant. You can make good passes in the right lane though, but the left lane there is by far dominant. And it's not smooth and nice either, just to clear that up. But it's definitely a sketchy place. It's got a lot of age to it, a lot of history, and I liked it. But back to the race. I did pull it off. I don't know how his pass went. I didn't really talk to him a whole lot about it. I was extremely busy in between rounds trying to figure this surface out. I made a lot of changes and realistically didn't get to socialize and talk to as many people as I'd have liked to, especially being at a place I've never been at. But it took me pretty much to the third round to actually get something figured out with it. I was forcing the car down and driving the shit out of it.
We're gonna run. 7:15, yes. The man, 7:15. We're running. 7:30.
It's 6:40. It's 6:45. Are you guys all cool?
7:30 sounds great.
7 o'clock. It's 6:45. They're ready.
I wouldn't mind.
Let her cool down.
What's that?
7:30.
7:15.
20.
That's a half an hour.
7:15.
7:15. Small tire to the links.
All right. Who's my twos? Who got who? Who's in left lane? CJ. Right lane. Oh, I don't know. Give it the onion.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna go with the onion too.
Give it all of it.
I'm just stuck for that.
All right.
How close was it?
I completely lost train of thought whenever I was on the line.
And you
I completely lost train of thought. Third round. Sherman and I managed to stay away from each other all the way to the semifinals. And I drew a black Mustang. I believe the guy's name is Ryan, if I remember correctly. The guy's name's Ryan. Nice car, well set up. Big inch, aluminum big block, nitrous car. He made good passes. I've seen several of his passes that day, and they were really good passes. So I'm trying to go through my mind and think of what what I can do to make me feel a little more comfortable. And I've had an extremely long ramp in my nitrous all day. So I decided to play with that. I made some changes on my first kit. The second kit's still untuned. I haven't had a chance to do anything. It is working. It is hitting now. So I didn't get a chance to use it. Trying to think back. We pull up and we got shut down. We sat in the lanes for a few minutes there before we got to run because the sun was in our eyes and we wouldn't be able to see the light come on. And this was my first pass in the left lane. I'd had the right lane all day. And So we're sitting there, and I get out and start looking this car over and just talking to him and everything. Super cool people. Pretty sure they're from New York, and it's a well put together car. Like, can't take anything from it. And we finally get to run. Sherm was in front of me. They were first pair, we were second. So we finally get to run. Do my burnout, and for whatever reason, my mind just went blank, and I went to hit the trans brake button. Like, whenever I'm sitting in there, Bill points at me. When he pulls me up, I hit the trans brake button, and then he gives me a thumbs up, and I nod. Well, for whatever reason, I hit the nitrous, and it lunged forward. So we backed up. I cleared my head, just completely cleared of everything, went over all my checks, staged, and we leave. The car left good. It did come up to wheelie. I got out of the throttle again a little bit, sat it down, and it made a pretty decent pass. I did not realize how close he was until I watched the video. That was a close race. That was a really good race on that one. Props to him. I'm sure he's going to go places with that car. And the way they talk, they're definitely all in, you know what I mean? So I did advance to the finals.
Thank you, Pennsylvania, for your money.
All right, we're in the finals. Whenever I was beside Sherm, they were first pair down. He won. He won the race. I think in my head this whole time that I'm racing Sherm. It's an all-Ohio final. A buddy of mine, he's helped me numerous of times in many ways. And I get back to find out that he jumped. He jumped the light and gave it away to Zach Sherman. It's a OD Green Camaro. Stout ass car. I've watched this car make a lot of really good passes on a lot of different surfaces. I watched his first round and then his round with Sherm, but I was focused on Sherm and there was a bunch of people in front of me, so I really didn't get to see what kind of pass he made. I wanted the left lane, he wanted the left lane. We flipped and he got the left lane, so I'm stuck in the worst lane. And I decide, what the hell, right? I left my left lane tune-up in it, but got really aggressive on the back side of it. I left the leave the same and then got aggressive. I brought it in a lot sooner on the back side. And everything's good. I'm in my right mind. You know that it's getting dark, so we can really see the light and do my burnout. We stage, let go of the button. The car leaves good. Like it's the best it's left all day. Gets over the transition and then, or it pulls the wheels a little bit, carries them out, sets them down, gets over the transition, and that's when the power come in. It just picked the wheels back up and I took it to a victory. His car is fast. I'm not 100% sure on what happened with his pass, but I don't count him out ever. Like I said, I was nervous enough on that one to add some power to the backside of my ramp, and it was a good race. He isn't done with me. I'm sure he wants to race again. He is entered in War in the Woods. Maybe we'll get together there and have a rematch. Super good people. And congratulations to making it to the finals. I'm glad I won for sure, but he's I liked racing him. It was a good time. We tried something new this weekend. We went to a track that I've never been to. Realistically, I didn't know anybody there. I didn't know I was going to know anybody there. And the love at the place was phenomenal. It was full of a bunch of good people. There were really no issues with the race. It went really smooth, aside from somehow 3 number ones got put in the bag on the first round chip draw, and they did do a redraw. Other than that, everything went smooth. From what I understand, this is the first time, and I don't know how long, like years and years and years, I guess, it's never had prep burnouts on it. They've always raced water burnouts, and it was really a fun place. Like I said, everybody was nice. It was great to meet everybody.
It was packed.
It was. There was a lot of people there, and they had several different classes going. It was really a good place. I would love to go back to it and hopefully be able to bring in a bigger crowd. I feel like that's the kind of place I like to race at. Like, there's 10 different variations on the surface that you got to account for from the changes in the way the surface has evolved, basically. And it's got humps and dips and cracks, and I mean, just anything and everything you can think of, this track has got it. It's great. I love it.
We got a lot of feedback of people saying that they had watched us and seen us, but never.
It was really cool to meet people that otherwise would have never got to meet us, never got to see me race and see the car in person. And we got a lot of that they've seen it for years on YouTube, whether it's on Bill and Billy's page or YouTube channel, or now that we've got ours on ours. But they would have never been able to travel to actually see us race. And that, I mean, even if I didn't win, that's a win for me. We got out there, we got to meet new people, go on a new surface, and I had a good time. It was fun. Win or lose, I had fun. And that's what we set out to do this weekend, was just have a good weekend and have fun. So appreciate everybody that came to talk. And I didn't get to socialize and talk and interact as much as I would have liked to, because I was busy with the car, just changing stuff around, and trying to figure it out. Realistically, that's what it was. But everybody I did talk to, it was great talking to you. The people I didn't get to talk to, I'm sorry, I would have loved to. Maybe next time. Hopefully I can get back. Probably try to eventually make some trips to the New York area. We was told about several, it sounds like, good races up that way that's been happening. So maybe we can, if I don't come alone, maybe I can bring a few of our guys with us, and we can come up and race with everybody and get to meet everybody.